Hi, guys, and we are going to do something different. There are a couple of questions that I keep getting asked, and I decided I think it would be the easiest, maybe the most convenient, is to just do video series on two things: the basics of self publishing. So, technical stuff like how do you upload, strategy. Okay, I wrote my first ever book. Now, what do I do? Things like that. But also, if you are in KU and you are thinking about going wide, so make sure that you look for both of those series as well as my usual two videos a week. The reason I'm able to do these videos so often is because they're not really pretty. It's just like you and me hanging out, right? So if you could forgive the lack of cool graphics and the music, and I mean, uh, that's not really in my wheelhouse. If people like the videos, then maybe. But I figure the information is what's important. So let's dive in and talk about the first video in our sort of like transitioning from KU to wide. A really quick caveat with this is I am about, I would say 90% wide. Um, I have one series in KU and that's it. I decided to sort of like test a couple of other hockey um series in KU, and they've already been in KU when I first started writing, but I took them out in 2021, and I actually built a really good wide following, and then I pulled them to sort of give a KU audience more options than just a few books at the time when I was doing my dark college. And they didn't do poorly, but they didn't also do great. And I really liked getting paid multiple times a month. So I just took everything out except that dark hockey series and put them wide. I'm considering going wide with that dark hockey series once all 12 books have been out, just because I want to make sure my KU audience gets the option to sort of like read, all the way through them. So anyway, I know I know that we've kind of we have a little bit of a long introduction, so I'm sorry about that. Let's get into the video. What does going wide mean, and is it right for you? Pretty basic, but I know it's a lot of questions, right? So if you don't know who I am, I'm Heather. I help indie authors succeed in self-publishing. I run um a free Facebook group called the Plot Genie. We have over 1,500 members. Feel free to join. Let me know. Like, I want to help you guys out. Um, I'm here for you. If you're an author currently using KU, and by KU, I mean Kindle Unlimited, or you've heard the term going wide and you've wondered what it means, this video is specifically for you. Today, I'm going to break down what it means to go wide, and I'm sorry for the quotations. I'm not going to do it going forward. We're on the same page here, and how to decide if it's the right move for your author career. Really quick, there is no right answer. You have to do what's best for you. I have no judgment, right? No judgment at all. You aren't necessarily going to find that in certain author groups. This is why I'm a big proponent of keep your head down, stay in your lane, keep everybody out, because there's always drama going on and it's really easy to get sucked in. Okay. So, whether you're new to self-publishing or considering a switch from KU, stay tuned because I'm going to cover all the basics, the benefits, challenges, and some key factors to think about for you. Okay, so let's first of all break down, what does going wide actually mean? So, simply put, it's the decision to publish your books across multiple platforms rather than being exclusive to Amazon through the Kindle Unlimited platform. When you're enrolled in KU, your ebooks are only available to readers on Amazon. And I should say your ebooks. You can, of course, sell paperbacks anywhere else you want. In exchange, you are part of a subscription program where readers can borrow your books. But going wide allows you to distribute your ebooks on platforms like Kobo, Apple Books, Google Play, Barnes& and Noble, libraries through Overdrive or Biblioteca, and even direct sales through your own website or storefront, however you are housing your books. It could also even mean other subscription models like Patreon, Ream, things like that. So, in other words, going wide means reaching readers who shop outside of Amazon's ecosystem, although you will find that people will still buy your books on Amazon if they can't read them through the subscription through KU, I should say. Really, it's about accessibility and building a global, diverse audience rather than putting all of your eggs in one basket, so to speak. So, what are some benefits of going wide? Why are authors doing it when it seems to be harder? Well, number one, a broader audience. By going wide, you're no longer limited to readers with an Amazon account. Platforms like Kobo and Google Play have a strong international reach, and Apple Books is really, really popular with iPhone users. This means you can tap into new markets and regions where Amazon isn't dominant. Number two, income diversification. Relying solely on Amazon can feel risky, especially if you, like, I don't know about you guys, but I hear people all the time, oh, my Amazon account got banned or they kicked me out, or, and it's not just, little baby authors who aren't making a certain number. I have seen it where people who are making thousands of dollars a month have gotten this too. Again, what happens if there's a policy shift, an algorithm change, things like that? When you distribute widely, you diversify your income streams and reduce reliance on one platform. For me specifically, I like having the freedom to do whatever I want with my books. But I also really like getting paid multiple times a month. If you're on Amazon, you're pretty much getting paid one time for the month, and that's after you've waited that 60 days in order to receive your royalties in the first place, right? So I like knowing I'm going to get paid. Okay, the third thing, libraries and subscription platforms. So when you go wide, you can get your books into libraries via platforms like Overdrive and Biblioteca, like we've already mentioned. Plus, services like Scribd offer a subscription model similar to KU, but with a wider global reach. I'm not sure how that's doing. I know Kobo Plus is really, really improving, and I've seen a lot of wide authors have a really, really good time, especially when they start telling their readers, hey, if you need a subscription platform like KU, but you want to participate in one that's really beneficial to readers, do Kobo Plus because it's not exclusive to readers and it still allows you to read books on a subscription. So those are also like alternative options that you can think about. And finally, your long-term strategy. Going wide might not give you an immediate income boost, but it's a great strategy for building a sustainable career. You're creating a presence across multiple platforms, which can lead to more discoverability over time. Okay, that's all great, Heather, but obviously there are going to be some challenges. Here are some things to consider that might not be all sunshine and rainbows. Number one, your growth is probably going to be slow. When you leave KU, you might notice a dip in your income. I wouldn't go far as to say expect it, but don't be shocked, okay? That's because KU readers won't have access to your books anymore, and it can take time to build up sales on other platforms. Number two, there is a learning curve. Every platform has its own quirks. For example, uploading to Google Play or Kobo isn't as straightforward as Amazon, and especially Apple. I don't even upload directly from Apple. I go through Draft to Digital because I just did not want the headache. So you'll need to learn how each platform works unless you use an aggregator like Draft to Digital in order for them to upload to all of those places at once. So you only have to deal with one sort of platform, but just understand that by doing that, you take away from potential promotional opportunities that are only available if you are direct on their platform. And also they will take a small percentage of that fee for uploading for you, if that makes sense. Number three, a marketing shift. Promoting wide books is very different than promoting your KU books. With KU, you're kind of relying on Amazon's built-in algorithm, Going wide means you're going to have to market to readers across multiple platforms, which requires a bit more effort, but it really can pay off in the long run. So, is going wide worth it for you? What's the right move, right? Well, here are a few questions that you should ask yourself. Number one, are you comfortable with a long term strategy? Going wide is about building steady growth, not overnight success. If you're ready to be patient and focus on the bigger picture, going wide might be for you. Number two, do you want to reach readers outside of Amazon? If your goal is global reach or breaking into specific markets like Canada or Australia or Europe, wide distribution is the way to go. Now, you will reach those readers in Amazon. Even though most of my books are wide on Amazon, I still get people purchasing them in those countries. But just understand there are like, Kobo is way more popular in Canada in terms of e-readers and things like that than it is in the States, where Amazon is more dominant. So those are just kind of things to keep in mind. The third thing to ask yourself, do you have a backlist? If you already have several books published, transitioning your older titles to wide can be a great way to sort of test the waters without removing your newest books from KU. It's kind of like if you're not making money in KU with a series or with a set number of books, what do you really have to lose anyway by just putting them out wide and starting to sort of, play around with platforms and understanding those algorithms, right? And the fourth thing is really, are you ready to learn and market? Going wide really requires a mindset shift. You'll need to learn about different platforms and adjust your marketing strategies to meet readers where they are. So, there you have it, an overview of what it means to go wide and how to decide if it's right for you. If you're feeling ready to take the leap or you want to learn about specific platforms, stick around because I'll be covering all of those in upcoming videos in this series. I'm creating a playlist so it's easier to access if this is something that you're interested in. If you found this helpful, honestly, I would really, really appreciate it if you could like it, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future tips for self-publishing success. And I'd love to hear from you. Are you thinking about going wide or staying in KU? Drop a comment below. I would love to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.